Good evening, Internet, and welcome to episode 22, the final pre-recorded stream that we'll be doing for Malt and Magic. As of next week, we will be live on Twitch, so please do come check us out live and in colour. My usual thank yous to Tabletop Audio for some of the sound effects, some of the musical ambience, Incarnate for the mapping, Hero Forge for the character creation, because that's been awesome and they're adding more and more stuff. I got a cheeky preview of the new decals they're adding to characters, so soon Dargon may actually get to have some tattoos. Also a huge thank you to D&D Beyond. I don't know anybody who now does D&D without using D&D Beyond, because it just makes everything really simple. And then also to 5E Magic Shop, which is a little self-run outfit by somebody on Patreon. I don't have his name. I will get that for you for next week, and I may drop a link to 5E Magic Shop on the socials. As always, or I'd say as always, as over the last few weeks or last month or so, really want to give a massive shout out to BattleBards, who we are affiliated with. We use BattleBards for the majority of the sound effects and some of the background music as well. So as you can see on screen now, go over to BattleBards, register, use that discount code, get yourself a cheeky discount, and enjoy the immersive ambience that you can create. With that, my usual warnings: adult language, adult humour. You have been warned. Let's go. Hello, hello.
Can we have a shout out to Dave for that fucking banner stuff that's coming up? It's all very, very swanky.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, the Mr. Wizard is at it again.
Dave
so as this is
masturbating, so he has loads of free time now.
As this is our last pre-recorded stream, if you like, or pre-recorded episode, as of next week, it's probably apt that we actually introduce ourselves and just go along the line. So everybody should know me by now, but I am Isbell, I am the DM, and I also play the sidekick character of Bothrid. Danny?
You've just introduced me now. I am Danny, and I play Ander Hornraven, the human rogue / bard.
I am Simel, and I play Kirik Gravetusk, who is the Grave Cleric of the group.
And finally, Dave.
I'm Dave Ricks. I play Dargon the Brave, has another name, but it's too long to remember. Who is a Goliath fighter. Who is also multiclassed into a Celestial Warlock, and that's me.
Good stuff. So that is our lovely party for this and the future. Last week we did sadly miss Simao on stream. There were some shenanigans that occurred. I did my best. I promise you, I did my best.
We
trying to control
were
these
totally on
two.
our best behaviour. It was absolutely fine, and I think we were absolute angels.
So, however, I did do the true Kirik movement of turn undead and totally fucked everyone on my enemies.
It was amazing.
And with that, we shall kick off into episode 22. You had just cleared out a sort of central chamber on an under level, if you like. So you'd gone through the main ruins outside and headed down a stone staircase and found this network of tunnels and chambers and a couple of mined off side tunnels as well. And I believe Ander had just basically nuked the middle of this this area using one of his little opal pearls on his necklace of firewall, and just
actually last week, wasn't
it? A pretty good death count. I think you wiped out most of that enemy base before anybody else had a chance.
I think didn't you take out 10 guys, leaving the two badasses?
Yeah.
Because that fight would have gone very differently.
It could have potentially gone very differently as well.
Also, I was watching one of our Malt Magic and Balls where we were checking it, and I just want to double check this. The necklace is only a limited number of charges. Is that right? They don't.
There are a limited number
not like
of
a wand.
pearls or gems on it, and once they're gone, that is it. Doesn't recharge. So he's 1 down. And I think there were 12 in total. So we're now down to 11.
Yeah. I'll try not to spaff them all too early.
So you are now left in this giant central chamber. The 2 tents that were there are now nothing but burnt husks. The campfire itself has been totally obliterated as well. There are a couple of bodies, but for the majority of it there is now this fine layer of ash that lays on the floor. The walls of this chamber, and sort of starting to creep onto the floor as it is starting to get very bitterly cold down here, is actually iced over to the point where any light that is in this room begins to reflect off the walls and off the ice that encases those walls. And that's where we will begin. We don't need the map just yet. You can we'll work on Theatre of the Mind for now. When we hit some encounters, then I'll load the map up if we need to.
So, with the fireball that happened, did it melt the ice off the walls, and is it now like a paddling pool?
No, so the range of the fireball didn't actually touch the walls.
Oh, no, of course it didn't.
The walls themselves are still encased in ice. This room is quite large. However, the 4 pillars that stand up in the middle of this room and sort of hold the ceiling up are now charred and burned, blackened, really.
Is the room still structurally sound, though?
Make me a perception check, please.
Well, also, can I see if I can hear any noise coming from any of the corridors, because we did make quite the ruckus?
You can make me a perception check as well, please.
Yeah, I'll look for that as well.
Yeah.
So 10 for me.
So you have no idea about architecture or building structure, and you look around. To you, yep, seems fine.
Cool.
9.
Dargon hears piss all. Can barely hear the sound of his own heartbeat and breathing, yeah. Kirik?
10.
10. Kirik also hears nothing. I think you're all still shocked by the sheer blast of this fireball.
He's ringing a bit.
Probably also a little bit confused by the fact that Bothrid went from being Bothrid into this giant cat-like creature, and then just as he got close, just got hit and then went straight back into Bothrid again.
I think, yeah. I'm not sure if Dargon noticed or remembered.
And that's where we are. So, what are we doing?
Well, what's the kind of like? Are there any other entrances to this room or exits from where we're standing?
You know, there's one to the north of us.
Yeah. So, what you saw to the north was a wooden door blocking an exit, but then to the east there is another mined tunnel heading off towards the east.
Oh, is there? Okay. I didn't spot that last time. So, and the north door is where the 2 geezers came from that we fucked up last week.
Indeed.
So that's probably where the action is. So it might be worth checking the one to the east just to make sure that if we do go north, nobody's going to come from behind us, almost, do you think?
It's not a bad shout.
Can we block either one of them off? And then just go the other way?
What would we block it off with, considering everything in this room is now dust? Unless we use you.
Yeah, well, it worked.
Bothrid, you were able to create some sort of barrier before. Do you think that's something you could do again?
No. Did not think to prepare that one.
That's okay.
Right, at this point, Dargon reaches into the bag of holding and grabs out one of the scimitars that we got outside. And first checks that which door do we want to go through and which one do we want to block off?
Well, I'm thinking if the priest type people came from the north, that's probably where the action is. That's probably where we should go.
Sounds good. Dagon walks over to the other door. Does it swing open into our room? Or does it swing into the corridor?
Which door are you going to? Sorry, the northern door.
Eastern door. We want to go through the northern door, so it's the other one.
East.
Yeah.
It's literally just open into this mined tunnel, and you just see the stony path sort of. It's almost like it's flecked with snow as well, just as the moisture is starting to freeze and become snow and ice. So the walls of this mined tunnel are almost glow a little bit blue.
It was one of the mined ones, not an actual door hallway
it's
sort of
a
thing.
mined tunnel going off to the east.
Right.
And as you approach it, you can see that it goes forward for about 20-25 feet and then seems to turn down to the south.
Cool. That scuppers my plan. I was going to try and jam a sword into the stone wall and block the door. No, can't do that.
And could you... You're very good at locking doors. Unlocking doors. Would you be able to lock it?
There isn't a door to the east. But the only one I could lock would be the door we came through on the west. So Dagon's plan of wedging it shut would work with the door to the west that we came through, which is our escape back out of the ruins.
Yeah, but that opened into the hallway, didn't it?
Yes, but it stopped anybody, because if you remember, when you interrogated that man, he said more men are on the way, but he didn't know when they would arrive.
Yeah.
So if we blocked that door, if anybody did come down into the ruins, they could only get to there.
Yeah, I'm just saying that we're in the room, the door opens the other way, so I can't...
Oh, it's a pull door.
It's a push door from our point, we want a pull door from our point, and then I can jam a sword in somewhere and hopefully stop it. So I'd just say I can either just drop down some ball bearings and see if we hear it, but we're probably going to be miles away by the time someone turns up.
Yes.
I just say we go further forwards, guys.
Okay.
Try and listen for anyone who comes back. I can drop a couple ball bearings every now and then.
Like Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, but we've also got to remember, if we're coming back out, the ball bearings are there.
Just some scroll that Ander read some time ago.
Yes, it was an old wives' tale that Johannes told me about.
From one of your wives?
Sounds like a Germanic name. Yeah, from one of my ex-wives used to tell her. Her mother used to tell it to her, yeah. I'll tell you about my ex-wives over a drink one time. Part of me still thinks that we need to know what is on to our east, because I don't want to get ambushed. Although every time we've gone down a mined corridor, it's not gone very well.
Yeah, it went real well last time. I vote north. Which one do you guys want to go to?
Let's go north.
Garrett?
Yes, north, I think. It's the best option.
Cool.
I am getting a bit tapped out in spells, just so you are all aware.
Do we need to rest for a bit?
I don't think it's wise to take up. I can only recover on a long rest, so...
Oh. Yeah, I don't fancy bedding down. Yeah, quite yet.
Yeah, we have already been through 2 fights, I suppose. We haven't rested yet.
Well then, actually, counter proposal, if we know the priests came from the north, and that is where we suspect the action is, do we actually go east to find a place to nestle down and actually rest?
If there's one way in it, then we know we can't be surprised. And we just bottleneck them through a corridor.
Yeah. Let Kirik have his beauty sleep.
That's not a terrible idea, actually.
Do we feel comfortable without having a full sleep under here? Can we really afford that? I don't know.
I'm all
Could
right.
you see?
At least
I don't need one.
if we deal with the danger in the north, if that's where we think that the biggest danger is, then
On this level, anyway, we don't know how many levels this place has.
All right.
It might just mean you need to get your hands dirty up close and personal, Kieran.
So,
well, good luck for everyone else then.
I know this usually doesn't go well for us, but if we go looking around, we see what's around. If we can basically barricade ourselves into level 1 here, then we might be able to secure a longer rest. So we know that people could come down from the top, which we might be able to. In fact, we could even walk back and barricade off with the stone that's already there. Give them a while to get through. And then try and find other places to block ourselves in.
Yeah. I know a full night's rest just seemed like a long
Really
time
don't.
to feel exposed.
I don't need
It
one.
can't be. No. So we're only doing it for your expel purposes.
He's bloody helpful though.
Yeah. Albeit we can't be surprised. So as long as Dargon leads the charge, his we'll be okay on our travels, won't we? I think we just have to probably be a bit. If we spot trouble, we try to avoid it rather than go through it like we did last week. Last week, just now, in real time.
Oh, don't get hit.
Delete.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's do that. And you look after Kirik. No, nothing meant there, Kirik. Just you guys stay back, look after yourself, preserve the spells, and we'll do our best. If we even need to get into a fight, if we can avoid it, great.
Okay.
I'll have to hold the collar of Bothrid away from a fight because he bloody loves him.
Push comes shove, we just send
Okay.
Bothrid in.
So, what are we doing?
All right.
I think we've come full circle to go north again, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the light situation down here?
Well, it was nicely lit with the campfire. There are still burning embers or burning bits of cloth and various bodies which are providing enough light for you to see the majority of the room with the ice reflecting that light as well.
I had also lit my lantern and I had closed it before the fight, but obviously after the fight we'll have opened it up fully so that we can now see the full room.
Well,
Did you
I'm fine
cast
with
light in it,
you
though?
guys.
No, you put oil in it, did you?
No, I cast light in it, so I've got that for an hour,
light.
but it's also a cantrip, so I can just keep doing it when it goes out.
Okay.
So that is a permanent light source that I can hide with the shutters. Right, north.
North.
It is.
So you head up to the northern door, and as you try it, locked.
All yours, Ander.
Allow me, and I will.
Hey guys, something to note. I touched the door and it didn't kill me. I feel quite proud.
To be fair,
That's
these
good.
doors have been pretty. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit more confident about doors than I used to feel, so I'm not even going to check this one. I'm just going to pick it straight off.
Oh, fuck me.
Boy.
Now that worked
Okay.
so well with the chest last time, didn't it, Ander?
I've done it there, still.
So
Yeah, you know.
make me an intelligence check and add your proficiency bonus to it, please.
Oh dear. Oh, 19. I'm happy with that.
Cool. 19, you do manage to pick the lock. And then you open the door, and as you open the door, you just hear this tonk. And I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw, please. It's almost like I knew what you fuckers were going to do.
Mate, I bet that wasn't there until I said, I'm not even going to check it. And then Matt thought, fuck you. I'll show you.
I have my notes.
Natural one.
Proof.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
That's right, I got 21, I'm fine.
I might need that long rest in a minute, boys.
I got a
Dargon
9.
gets beheaded by a swinging mallet.
So, there's a 9. I'm going to do this the easy way. So,
I will learn from my mistakes at some point.
Take a lot of learning, you do.
I told you I'm intelligent,
So,
I'm just not very wise.
Dargon, you take 24 points of piercing damage as these spikes just straight up out of the floor. And it's only now you realise that around them there were these little holes. Kirik, you are going to take 12 points of piercing damage.
Sorry, everyone.
Bothrid rolled a 9 as well, so he is also going to take 12 points of piercing damage. And then, I believe, and just at the last minute, you manage to you hear that, and you just roll backwards, hearing the tripwire go, and then hear the spikes come up as you see your friends get sort of scratched and impaled partially. Yeah.
Was that evasion, Danny?
I'm just nimble as fucking ice. So,
That was just his dex save.
Oh, nice.
yeah, to be fair, even if I rolled shit, I could have used evasion anyway. But, so I will just pluck one that's stuck in Dargon and just look at him apologetically with my puppy dog eyes and not really say anything, just look a bit sheepish.
Yeah.
So these are actually floor spikes. These are like concrete spikes that have shot up out of the floor.
Oh, I thought you meant... Okay.
No. Straight out of the floor.
Have they shot out and gone in again, or are they just staying out?
Nope, they are still out.
Lovely.
How many times have I told you to remind me to check for traps?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
we'll
I
make
spoke too
sure.
soon about that fucking door.
I think Dargon has lost his anal virginity. He's only wearing a kilt, remember? We found out last week. He's now
Making a lot of
circumcised,
presumptions about Dargon there.
Yeah, Dargon's no frigid, is it? Right, okay. Do I need to help anybody become unimpaled? Is anybody speared with it?
Not with that, I got
No.
off.
I was going to say, there's enough room for you all to sort of move, and there's not like nobody's been fully impaled and like hanging or suspended in the air by these spikes. It's all just sort of caught them in various places as you try to
Having now
dodge out of the way.
created like a spiked fence almost that we have to get through now.
It only comes to about halfway up, and they're spaced out enough that it's difficult terrain to cross, but you can sort of weave your way and crawl through the.
Does the door now
spikes.
look open, or is it still shut?
Oh, the door's very much open.
I was about to say, because I was
Opened inward into this corridor, which
Doug was
leads
about to kick it.
about 30 feet forward. Before it then takes a turn to the right.
Hey, Ander. Check for traps, you twat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know I must learn. You got to rein my confidence in this. I just get too cocky. I know. It's a character flaw. I'm working on it. It will take time.
Alright, I'll go
We'll
first.
remind you, don't worry. I'll go second.
Yeah.
Cool, let's go.
Is there a
As you
way
now-
to
Carry on.
release the trap and reset it?
Make me a
if the new men
perception check,
arrive,
please.
There's going to be nobody to tell them about the trap, so they might fall foul
Good
of it.
shout. Good shout.
Make me a perception check.
Oh, 11.
11. You do manage to see the mechanism for this. You can see where the tripwire is receded in. And as you begin to sort of gently tug at that tripwire, and as you pull, and it takes a bit of effort, you get Dargon to help you with it, the spikes themselves begin to slowly recede down. And you sort of pull the tripwire back across. Now that you're all through the door, you see where it was previously attached. I'm going to say now make me another. No, make me a wisdom check this time, and add your dexterity modifier, your proficiency bonus, please.
While that's happening, can I look down the corridor, see if I see any source of light or anything?
Well, I've still got
The
my
only
lantern
light you
lit.
see is the lantern itself is just bouncing off the walls and then being frozen, and it seems to sort of go down the corridor, and you can see where it turns right.
6.
You go to sort of tie this tripwire on, and as you do so, pring, the other side of it breaks with the tension.
We're rolling really well today.
I tried.
And as you do so, the spikes just
I tried, that's the main
back
thing.
up.
Alright, let's just carry on.
It'll slow them down at least.
I was going to say that will still be considered as rough terrain now, or difficult terrain.
Trying to drop some ball bearings after the spikes.
Yeah, sure.
This is turning into a Home Alone type scenario.
Hell yeah.
I'll set up a paint can to swing from the roof as they come in.
I'll just put my spiritual weapon there. Boom.
Cool,
Right,
so
yeah.
Dargon, you're dropping some ball bearings.
Yeah. What would it be, like
Okay.
50 or 100 or something?
Yeah, so you drop about 50 different ball bearings.
Yeah.
You then turn, when you head up the corridor and turn to the east again, and before you see a set of stone stairs which descend downwards.
This looks like level 2.
Sounds like.
Interesting.
This is obviously the checkpoint save where if we die we can just come back to this point.
Is
Not sure
that,
D&D works in that way, mate.
This is, this is where
Loading,
we
please
respawn.
wait.
Is that thief scanned for something? Or what do you mean?
No, that was me breaking character. Well done for trying to wrestle it back. I couldn't think of a slide for thieves' gun then. I was just like, nope.
Is there anything on the walls, or are the walls just really bare? Just stone?
I am gonna
walls?
say make me a investigation check, please.
Oh, that'll go well. Natural 20.
So, Kirik now chooses this moment to look at the walls, and it's difficult with the ice sort of reflecting the light back into your eyes, but as you now peer past the ice, there are engravings and sort of carvings into the stone walls behind it. And there is... it looks like figures kneeling, almost in reverence of something. But the bit you are then trying to see, as you now do manage to peer through the ice, you can see that it has just been weathered away over time. And you can't see what they are kneeling in reverence towards.
Oh boy. Can I, just for fun, can I use my, can I take that moment as well to try to focus my dragon scale mail and see if I feel the presence of a silver dragon within 30 miles?
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Good shout. Good shout.
It's not a silver, is it? Totally breaking character.
I
It's
do.
a white one.
I think silver.
Just checking to see
Also-
whether that was a check.
Says just something I can
Yeah,
do.
it just says it. As your
Yeah.
extrasensory perception kicks into gear, you sense no silver dragons nearby.
Okay. Good. Cool.
Just keep doing
Just
that for
was that
the
clarifying?
dragons.
Just no silver dragons nearby.
No,
He asked if there are any silver dragons nearby. There are
Oh,
no silver dragons nearby.
It's what my armor does, so specifically silver.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah. Okay. I will bring that to the attention of the group, and I'll say it seems like this might be some sort of temple to an entity of some kind. We should keep our eyes open.
do we have any idea what type of entity?
No, but hazard to guess, something that lives well in the mountains and in the cold. That doesn't really narrow the field too much, but
Yeah.
Maybe they were worshipping, the creature that is buried in these ruins. It has to be that, surely.
maybe they're
Just
trying
need
to
to figure out
bring it
what that creature is.
Oh, answers are probably down this stairway. Shall we?
Lead the way.
Yes.
I should go first.
Okay, so you head down the stairs. Excuse me.
Gust of
As
wind.
Nice.
you come down the stairs, I need everybody to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
It's
Magic.
getting cold.
Unless you are immune to cold damage.
Yeah, and we good.
I'm happy with that. 18.
18,
16.
16. Bothrid gets a natural 1.
Oh,
He's cold. His nipples will be well hard.
probably take a piss in the corner and his wang stuck to the wall.
Why does he put his wang on the wall?
So remind me of
Bothrid, I
those
don't
rolls
know.
again. Kirik, you got.
16.
Andy, you got
18.
18. You will each take 6 points of cold damage.
Oh, bugger.
I take 3 because I have resistance.
Bothrid is going to take 11 points of cold damage. And Dargon just shrugs it off, but even Dargon, as he walks down this corridor, can feel the cold beginning to wash over. It is certainly beginning to get down to almost the sub-zero temperatures at this point.
Based on this then, even though I've got my furs on and I'm still really suffering with the cold, can I take out my flame tongue rapier, say near, and light it? So I've kind of got we have kind of got a heat source to use.
Absolutely. And even with that, with the flame flickering, providing a little bit of warmth, it's not enough to bite through that icy cold. It gives you some comfort, but it's certainly, that coldness still resonates throughout your whole body, really. As you then descend the stairs, I move the map around and make sure I know what I'm doing. So as you descend the stairs, eventually you come into another totally open chamber. Again, the walls themselves are coated with a thicker layer of ice this time. There is very little in this chamber. It almost looks as if it has been stripped bare.
Looking around,
So-
does it look like we know what the room would have been for, even if it's been stripped bare? Or is there literally nothing
So
in
the
it?
only thing you notice are 2 pillars, very much like those that were in the room above you. There were clearly things in alcoves in the walls. You can see those alcoves, but there is currently nothing there. They are just empty alcoves. The only other thing you see in this room to the south is another exit. This room, I should say, is 10, 15, 20, 30, about 50 feet across and about 25 feet wide. So 50 feet as you look down from the stairs with the exit down to your right, but then about 25 feet across.
It's pretty big.
I'm going to guess there might be some traps in here as well. And I'm wondering about those alcoves.
Do you think there might be recesses where like spikes to like fly out or something?
No idea. Can I make an investigation check as I'm going to one of the alcoves? Not up into it, but next to it. But I'm actually investigating as I'm going up along the floor. So I'm checking for any like pressure plates.
I'd be
Maybe
looking for
perception check,
tracks. I'd be looking for tracks on the floor.
Maybe a survival check, please.
What was I doing? Sorry.
Perception check, please, because you're checking for traps. So the tabaxi has returned.
Yes. That'll be a 9 again.
A 9. You don't identify any traps that you can see.
11 on survival.
11 on survival. There has been foot traffic through here. And you can see where, even in the sort of thin layer of snow that lines the floor, you can see a clear path that has come from this exit. These stairs is now bending round to the south. But other than that, there's no way for you to identify what those tracks are. It's just very difficult.
What do these alcoves look like now that I'm near one?
The alcoves look, and they remind you almost of the place where funerary urns would be stored.
Okay.
It's almost like a catacomb.
I relay that to the group.
It's empty.
Yeah, they're empty.
Well, it appears that the marks in the snow that Kirik has seen must be the safe travel between this door and the next door. So as long as we follow those tracks, we shouldn't fall foul of anything, surely.
Alright, who wants to go first and test that theory?
Being the lightest of foot, did you want me to go first?
Sure thing, you go. Is there a door at the end of the room?
So, at the other end of the room, as in the opposite side of the room, there is nothing but wall.
But there was another exit, sorry?
The exit was on the
south.
southern wall, so you're currently coming from the west. And there is an exit on the southern wall.
Right, sorry, yeah. So wherever the other exit is it just a hallway or a door?
There is no door, but what you do see is a tiny pedestal with a orb on top. Sort of almost looks like a glass orb.
So, does this orb match either the orb that they wore around their necks or the crystal ball that I spoke to earlier?
No.
So it's a different kind of orb.
It is much smaller. And as you now focus on it, it almost looks like there is something just shimmering through it, or shimmering within it.
Well, this was lovely, boys. Shall we head back?
Can you detect any of its magic?
Ooh.
Dagon?
Yeah, hang on a minute.
Ooh.
I'll throw in an Eyes of the Grave as well, just in case.
What's the range on Eyes of the Grave?
I'll be moving kind of like closer to it. It's 60 feet.
60 feet.
I need to get 30 feet away from it. And
I'll move a dog on, so I'll be within 30
pause there
feet
for
of it.
just a second.
Sure.
got dog on light going. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's on. It's working. You can see now.
Eyes of the Grave.
It's just undead. within 60 feet.
Yeah, you will sense something in the room beyond.
Oh boy.
Past the pedestal, there is something there. You get you feel that presence of undead.
Okay.
Okay. I also need
Did not expect that.
Dargon and
You need him.
Kirik to now make a... I'm going to say a stealth check, please.
Oh, this will go so well.
Oh, it's like motion sensor, floodlight.
Oh, man.
That's not good, though.
No, that face didn't look good. It was 15 for me.
Okay.
I'm rolling a disadvantage. I rolled a 5 and a 1.
Ooh!
A 5 and a 1. So, while Dargon, you sort of just about manage to walk very carefully.
Becoming a stealthy motherfucker.
Kirik, you walk and you slip on a patch of ice and land on your arse. And with that, the vibrations, you just see the orb tip and begin to roll off the pedestal.
Can I catch
As
it
it
with my
does,
mage
it rolls
hand?
towards you. You're going to try and catch it with your mage hand?
Yep.
Make me a sleight of hand check, please.
Wicked.
Dexterity sleight of hand check.
13. That's right in the middle,
13.
isn't it?
In slow motion, you see the orb just... And the mage hand sort of shoots out and almost just whistles through, but just as the fingertips get to the orb smashes on the floor, and there is this huge great gust of wind as just in front of you in this doorway there is now what can only be described as a wall of wind.
Okay.
And it fills that doorway.
Wind.
I now need both Dargon and Kirik to make a strength saving throw.
I assume I'm prone, so does that make any difference? I think...
I'll say for this, no.
Okay. Oh, I rolled this up to dice.
Sorry, strength.
Strength
Check,
saving
saving
throw,
throw.
please.
13.
13.
22.
22. So I need Kirik, you are going to take 15 points of bludgeoning damage. Dargon, you are going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage. As this wall of wind just buffets you around and sort of smacks you around a little bit. And this wall of wind now currently blocks the exit.
You're getting a bit beaten up there, Kirik.
Yeah, I'm still fine.
Kirik, you seem a bit more learned in the supernatural, or anybody. How do you fight wind? I don't mean with like Buscapan.
I was going to say, like, beans. Stop eating them.
Well, it depends if this is a wall of wind, right? It's not like it's a...
Air elemental.
Yeah, that's the word I wanted. Okay.
And it's persistent. It's not. It wasn't just one round or anything. It's now sticking around.
It is sticking around for now.
I would like, noticing that the wind just gave them some damage, I will cast Blade Ward on myself, please, which gives me resistance against bludgeoning, piercing and slashing damage. Oh, it says done by weapon attacks, but this is wind, isn't it? It won't work, will it?
That's what I was about to
But,
say.
and I thinks it'll work, so you'll commit to it.
So Amanda casts Blade Ward, and those that are looking see this sort of shimmering shield form around Ander. I'm going to say it's a slightly purple tinged shield, unless you have a different colour of choice, Ander.
Yep. And then I'll go with the glory that matches inside of the cloak.
Okay, so it does take this almost like very deep navy blue type effect. It's very faint, but you do see it as it envelops his body. And there's clearly some sort of shield around him.
And then I will try and run through the wind.
As he does that, still with him running, I just about say, I noticed undead on the other side of the door. But with it running already.
Okay,
And then
I am going to need you to make me a strength saving throw, please, sir.
You me?
Yes.
So I didn't get Kirik's warning in time. Right, okay. Let's commit.
Are you still running?
Strength saving throw. Ooh, I better roll goose. Oh, with a -1, 15. That's pretty good, that. I'm happy with that.
You run against this wind wall and you sort of almost jump through it, and as you jump through it, it does lift your back legs up and they smack against the ceiling of this corridor, and I'm going to need you to take... what is it? What is that? You will take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, but is not lessened by your blade ward. As your sort of feet and heels just smack against the ceiling, but you do then tumble through into the corridor beyond. And this corridor is only about 15 feet in length.
I'm in the air.
No, because you were effectively flying. Yeah. And you tumble sort of 5 or 10 feet forward, and you now just see a chamber, and this chamber looks like it's been blasted out further, so you can see the remnants of what were almost a circular chamber, but now it is very much rough rock on the outside. And dead centre of this room are 2 very familiar skeletons laying on the floor. Very large. Something you may have encountered previously upstairs.
Oh, he's put 2 in here because he couldn't fit him in the first room. Has me tumbling through like a circus clown alerted anybody to my presence? Are they yet unnoticed?
Currently not. You have not entered the chamber. You can just see them. See the skeletons on the floor.
Dargon was going to shout out when he got through, but then, as Kirik said, there's undead. Now going, no, not going to. But is the wind making a lot of noise?
Wind is making a significant amount of noise.
Oh, right, okay. So, but
So
like that.
I will take out my sending stone and I will go breaker 10-4. What do you say to start off a sending stone conversation?
That's 4 words.
I don't know, but that's 4 words out of your 25, so...
Two frost giants. I've made a huge mistake. Send help. Over. I'm on 39 hit points as well.
Oh.
Boy.
Do I
Good
get...
team.
Do I get...
Who's got the other sending stone?
Me.
Dargon.
Okay.
So it's just going in his pocket.
Do I get a chance to talk to anyone else before I am able or have to respond to the stone? Because it is exactly the same. I can respond to it, can't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can, if you need to speak to other people, yeah, you can then just use your charge of sending to reply.
And am I the only one holding it that heard it?
It will have come into your head, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's supposed to send his message.
Yeah. Kirik, Bothrid, sounds like there's 2 more of those bloody massive skeletons the other side of that wall. They haven't noticed him yet. Shall we go through? It's going to work.
They
we have any chance? We don't have any choice.
Yeah, can you do that thing again you did upstairs? That was quite helpful.
I can try. See what happens.
Is there any way we can stop this? Get rid of this bloody wall?
I'm going to use it once.
I think anything lesser than a dispel was not going to work. Other than maybe waiting for it to run out, but I don't think we can afford it, especially with and on the other side with where it's likely to be 2 undead. I didn't pack the spell.
Yeah, I can't help you either. I doubt anything that I can hold above it will let you guys get through or over. I can try holding my shield over it and you guys jump over me, but best I can think of. Pretty sure you're just going to get crushed above me at the wall or ceiling. I can throw you through. See if that helps.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's not going to help.
Just trying to. I'm just looking if I have anything to dispel the wind.
Shall I tell Ander that we're going to try and come through and sort his shit out?
We're going to come through, yeah.
Yeah, right. So, and we're coming through now. Keep quiet. Tell us if they start moving. Breaker 19.
Okay, I need strength checks once again.
15.
Just a check, not a saving throw, yeah?
Strength check. Sorry, no, strength saving throw. That was
Cool.
not bad.
Still a 15.
23.
Still a 15. 15 and 23. So you two both managed to make it through, but you will both take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And both of you are lifted again, and you sort of flip over and tumble, and Bothrid's going to attempt to come through. With a 15, he just made that one. He too is then going to take... Ooh, the wind picks up a little bit, apparently, on this one. As Bothrid finally dives through and is lifted and slammed into the top of the ceiling, and then sort of slams into the floor the other side. He is going to take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as he lands the other side of the door.
We're battered, boys. We're battered.
Yeah. You got any potions, guys?
I have one.
Oh, that's a good shout. I do feel a bit battered. I do have a potion.
I have one, but
Do
the
you think
last
I
one I drank wasn't very good. So I don't know if...
Someone else rolled for
It's
you.
almost as if you got sabotaged by double agent.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
The
two
worst
things.
roll I think I made that night. I apologise.
I
Do
will.
you think I should take the potion down?
It was literally my worst roll.
I will hand Kirik a potion of greater healing.
That's what I've got as well.
Yeah, but I've got 4 of them left, so that's 1 down. So you want to roll for that one? 4d4
Remind me
plus
what it
4.
is. 4d4 plus
I will take a potion of greater healing as well. And it'll get, that's a shit bunch of rolls. 12 I'll get back.
Matt, can I? Because I know I usually only use this in combat, but can I use Second Wind now? I've just taken damage. It's as a bonus action, just regain 1d10 plus 7. Do I have to do it in a fight? I can do it in a...
have to take it in a fight, but I'll say, as soon as you've just taken damage, I will let that fly.
Ooh,
I mean, I can do, but
that's a topic for debate, that.
I was about to say, I think we're about to go into a battle. I'm happy to then use it in that. So it's not to
I mean, you
reduce.
only get that per short rest, so it's if you use it now, that's it.
I was about to say, if I use it now or later, I'm going to use it now or in a minute. So if I just roll it now anyway, then yeah.
Go for it.
Cool. Gonna do that because it's Stone's endurance then that I could use later. Naught on a D10 is 10, isn't it?
Yes.
Cool. Maximum. Yes.
I gained 13 points from the potion.
You're at 45.
45, yeah.
Oh, that's helped me out as well. There we go.
Sweet.
Full 17 points, and I'm not going to get that again.
So I'm actually having a few issues with my map, unfortunately. So we are going to go old school on this one.
So,
Which is not too much of a problem.
what's the marching order? Is this corridor wide enough that we could change, or is Ander in the lead?
It will be the marching order that you went through the wind wall.
Who went through the wind
in.
wall?
So it will be Ander, Dargon, Kirik, and then Bothwood.
Cool.
So I'm just
What are
there,
you doing?
like, pointing at the two skeletons on the
Are
floor.
they lying on the? Are they lying on the floor? Are they sitting, standing?
They are not, as far as you can tell, they're not really alive or up at this point. They are just skeletons on the floor.
Is your detect whatever it is still kicking about? Mine. Oh no! I need to make a concentration check. Shit. I need to make 2. So let's make 2. So what? I think 12 damage was the most, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes,
I only
this,
have
this year will be
10.
10.
Yeah. So I got 13 plus whatever that would be was fine. It's covered it anyway. There's no minuses on there. And then the other one will be... Is it... Yeah, concentration check, so 11. Fuck, that was lucky. Jesus.
I was lucky.
Right, so, detect magic. Is it seeing anything around the giants?
Where are you looking? Specifically around the frost giants?
Yes, but anywhere that I can see in the room. But I'll look at the skeletons first, then I will look around the rest of the room.
There is that one. There is a very black, oily residue on those skeletons. You look at them.
Pretty sure I don't need to remember to look at that. I'm pretty sure that's going to be there, but I don't think.
I will throw another Eyes of the Grave to see exactly where the undead that I sensed were.
And as you throw on your Eyes of the Grave and your eyes bleed black for that briefest instant, the two skeletons on the floor glow like Belisha beacons.
It's them.
And you would
as I've
see,
got mine-
you've still got your flame tongue rapier, yeah? You would see
Unless the
to
wind,
the
when there's a magical flame, it won't blow out.
to the east another stone corridor, and then to the southwest a mined corridor, like a stone tunnel as opposed to an actual properly carved out ruin corridor, if that makes sense.
And does the light from my sword light the whole room? Yeah.
You can sort of, again, the ice encases this whole wall, this whole room, sorry, this whole chamber, and the light is bouncing off. The light from the lantern is still going as well, so you can just about see these exits.
Sorry, it's taken me a while to get this one working, but we can now show you.
Yeah.
Show you that. Okay.
I apologise for the shocking map, but
That's
it
all
was
right.
not working today, unfortunately.
They haven't noticed us?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I haven't noticed this, but I can see black all around it, and they're glowing like a frigging Christmas tree to Kirik.
Yes.
Not that Kirik's told
And
you
is-
that yet. But
No. I will tell my information about that.
So essentially, there's one of them kind of in the way of each of our exit points from here on.
Can we see any light coming through? So if you already said this, through one of the other rooms. And I will also say that to get through the wind wall, what light have we got? I've got my lantern
currently your
still.
lantern and the light from
My sword.
Anders' sword. Oh, the rapier, sorry.
Okay. I will close my lantern off, attach it to my belt, pull out my shield, and remembering what happened last time, pulls out scimitar's not attunement, is it? No. I bring out the scimitar plus 2 that I've got. That I had.
Okay.
Are you? Oh yeah.
So even with the rapier out, that is enough to light the majority of this corridor.
Ah, of course. I remember. Yes, that is lit. It's per Kirik.
Or enough to light this chamber.
Are we going to attack them then?
Try to turn them.
So
It'll
they
be
are not
interesting
doing
to see
anything,
where they
they're
run
motionless on the
to.
floor.
Do we try and sneak past them?
Yeah, we can try which way we go.
I
Flip
think
a coin.
if east is a proper structured corridor and the south looks like the oldest corridor, we should probably go for the eastern corridor maybe.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go that way.
Try to stealth our way out.
So you're heading towards the east.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm
Okay.
like sort of back against the wall trying to shuffle round them, I suppose.
Okay, make me a stealth check, please.
Everyone?
Everyone is sneaking, everybody makes stealth.
Ooh, 19.
25.
6.
Buffalo got an unnatural 20.
Oh, nice.
So, three
Okay,
members of
just
the
run
party
through the
managed to just slowly sneak around, and again, Kirik, not being used to icy terrain, his feet go out from underneath him and boom, lands on the floor. And at that point, you just hear this. That will make me cough. As these two skeletons now rise and the bones begin to sort of form into the skeletal forms magically. Each one as they rise, sort of these huge great bones and this horned helmet forms on their head, and great axes rise from the floor as well into their hands.
I immediately
And they are
cast
now
armor
turned
of
to
Abacus.
look at you. Okay, so
Second
I'll let you do
level.
that. I will also say at this point that your warhammer twitches on your belt
Yeah.
to make its way to your
Yeah.
hand, and you sort of have to brush your hand against it to stop it jumping into your hand.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm with Agathis.
Yeah, second level.
It's
on
on.
myself. Go.
Cool. And roll initiative, please.
Oh yeah.
Wow, I'm rolling piss poor today.
I still get
So what you just
initiative. I
made.
still get advantage on my initiative because I have the hammer and I'm attuned. I don't have to be holding it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, natural 20. It's 21.
1.
11.
Ander,
11.
Kirik.
8.
Buffalo's got a 5.
Oh, God.
I'm not going to last.
Oh, what's that then? So, Dargon under Kirik Bothrid?
Yep.
Dargon, Ander, Kirik, Bothrid.
Nice. That is exactly the same initiative as the last fight.
Two have the same outcome.
Indeed. Okay, so Dargon, you're up first.
Right. I guess we haven't moved then.
Say again.
We haven't moved.
We
Have
can't
we
have
moved?
it because we've all
Yeah,
shimmied
sorry,
around,
let
haven't
me
Yeah,
just.
yeah.
We will say
So I
you
was
got
just-
about
I was
to.
thinking
I'll
about
say Ander got to about there. Ooh. Okay, in fact, I'll move you a little bit further along. Say Ander got to about there.
we? I'll put it within swinging distance.
Kirik slipped on his arse about here.
Okay, am I already in melee range?
No. So,
5
just
foot
to make
further
this
forwards?
abundantly clear how big these creatures are,
Oh, you beauty.
They're big boys.
Yeah.
indeed.
I move 5 feet up next to Ander then, presumably then I am within melee range. Yes.
Yep. move
Cool.
there.
I shall use Booming Blade
Okay. So I'm organising all my full quick.
Blade.
for a 15 to hit.
So a 15 will hit.
Will hit. Cool. Okay, so that's one of them.
Just for the sake of my note keeping, I will go.
Okay, so that is 3 points of thunder damage and 9 points of slashing damage. And I shall now. What am I going to do? There's a cantrip. Use my bonus action. Yes, I'll use my bonus action to hit again. For 12 to hit.
12 will not hit.
Okay, there we go.
Your first one strikes in. The second time, the frost giant skeleton just brings its great axe down and sort of just catches the bottom of the haft, if you like, onto your scimitar and just catches it and twangs it off.
Does it look like the first hit did more the damage I would expect to bear,
Just did
compared
exactly the damage you expect.
to fine. Yeah, better than the Warhammer. Good.
I actually made a mistake with that last week.
Oh, cool. What was that? As in,
Well, we will find out.
In Malt Magic and More, coming up next.
Absolutely. Okay. Anything else on your turn, sir? You've got movement left if you wish to use it.
If I go into that No, I'm going to stick there. Sorry, yeah, I'm going to stick there.
Okay. Up next then is Ander. Kirik, you're on deck.
Okay.
If I skirt around within melee range, do they still have an opportunity attack?
No, only if you move beyond their melee range or try to move through them and beyond would they get an opportunity attack. If you just skirt around the outside of them, then you would be fine.
So I will shuffle into the square in between the two of them then. Please.
So you want to 5, 10, 15, 20 there, yeah?
I'll go the one below that, please.
Right.
25. I'm just going to remove these squares from the outside because they're only going to... But at least you get an idea of how big they are now.
Yeah, I nearly moved there.
So is that... I'll move
So you
30.
are there. You've moved 25.
I want to do something that's a 10-foot radius, so that's going to hit that one, isn't
20,
it?
25,
You can move another one, can't you?
30
So I'll
will
move
put you
the other
there,
one.
and that will give you... That'll take you outside of range of catching your allies if you want to do something in 10 foot.
I will cast Earth Tremor at second level, so you've got to make a Dex 12 saving throw, or you'll take 2d6 bludgeoning damage and fall prone. Both of them will.
One gets a 12 exactly, the other one gets an 8. So let's say A gets a 12, B gets an 8. So that was how much damage?
2d6, let me roll that now.
Is it half if they save?
So that's 10 bludgeoning damage. On a failed save, a creature takes. It's not great. It doesn't save half if they succeed. It just says on a failed save. You take the
Okay,
damage
so on
and
a
I'm
failed
not great.
save, they take 10 bludgeoning damage. So you see B, where it is, fall, and as it falls, the bones themselves just... parts of them sort of spread out a little bit before they are sucked in by whatever magical force is holding this together. That looked like it did significantly more damage than you were expecting.
Oh. Okay. And
What type of damage is that?
bludgeoning, I suppose it's magic in it.
Key?
But if the ground in that area is loose, earth or stone, it also becomes difficult terrain until cleared. Or at least
It is not at the minute because it's just frozen.
Okay. So one of them's not prone, the other one isn't.
Yep.
And then I will use my cunning action.
So for the sake of this... Oh, that was really bad, wasn't it? Let's not do it in that fitness, Jesus. Prone, that was a really bad circle.
That'll do. And then I will use my cunning action to disengage back towards the entrance where we just come from.
Okay, so you want to use cunning action to disengage. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Can I do that? I've got no movement speed left.
Disengage.
Yeah, I'll get my movement speed again, don't I? This is a bonus action, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
To-
go on.
To disengage or to dash?
Dash, you get movement back.
Ah, no, yeah. So you are disengaging, which means you are.
You won't invoke attack of opportunities, potentially.
But if you move,
Yeah.
Only if you move
So I've got-
away.
So I can't disengage because I've got no movement speed. I can dash.
you can dash.
Dash, one of them's on the
That
floor.
will invoke attacks of opportunity.
Only from the one, even from the one that's on the floor.
One will get disadvantage. One will.
It's better
Get
than
normal.
standing in between the two bodies and becoming a frost giant. So yeah, I'll dash back to the entrance. Otherwise I'll get absolutely fucked. I'll split most of
So
two
you're
frost
going to
giants.
go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 up to Clothrid. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they both will get attacks of opportunity. We'll do B first at disadvantage. Rolled 2 3s, so does not hit. And then we will do A, who gets a 9 plus 9, so that's 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So that will be a lot of damage.
Can I uncanny dodge it?
I live.
I haven't used a reaction yet.
That is 22 plus dice move. That will be 28 points of slashing damage. And your uncanny dodge is a reaction, yeah?
Yeah. It's a
In which
14.
case, yes, you can reduce that to 14. As this great axe just slices across your back, and you just about manage to jump out of the way enough, but still catch some of it. And we are over to Kirik.
Oh, dear God.
Wow, seeing that, I'm going to move to the east of Dargon.
10.
And I will take out my shield, bash on the floor, a pulse of energy will emanate from it as I cast Turn or Destroy Undead, depending on what it is. Wisdom saving throw, please, from both of them.
Wisdom saving throw will be at 12.
That fails.
Both?
You only
It's creatures with.
Sorry, carry on. Okay, so on both. So that is Wisdom saving throw for A fails and B also fails. So they both fail.
Although I just remembered that Booming Blade is on A, right?
Yeah.
They're only turn until they take damage.
Oh, shit.
I just remembered that. Oh
So
boy.
let's just remind me about that one. So
Yeah,
so Booming Blade on that one, and they are both. Turned.
I'll attempt to roll real high.
So is B not prone?
They're not going to move just yet. They don't move till their turn.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Say again.
So is B still prone?
Yep.
Did it get up to attack me? Yeah.
Still prone. It just did it with disadvantage, which is why it missed. If it rolled 2 3s, it was going to fucking miss anyway.
Okay. So it's still going to lose the turn, but yeah. Cool. So, and after that, I will look to Dargon and say, well, it's not going to last for long on this one, and I am not going to do anything for now. Just going to stay here and hold the path. I will take out my mace, just in case.
No worries. Bothrid is going to. What have we got? Bothrid is going to, having seen the ice around, is going to wild shape into an ice spider.
Just to freak you the
Bothrid
fuck out.
will
Right next to
He's the
step
spider.
forward to here, and his form just grows as these 8 legs strike out. And this spider is very almost blue, whitish in colour.
And his pants are brown.
And I believe Wild Shape is a bonus action. No, so Wild Shape is an action, but Bothrid will then use his bonus action to use a spell slot. He's just going to use first level spell slot to regain 1d8 health,
Oh, nice.
which will be 5 points of HP back, so Bothrid is back up to 55. You just see the ice spider step forward, and there is a shimmer of magical energy around it. As you then just hear this. All the Harry Potter fans out there. And then Bothrid is going to use the remainder of his movement speed. And the movement speed is, when I get there, say 5 feet, so that would be 25 feet. So he is simply actually just going to step up to there. And that will be Bothrid's turn. With that, we then go to A, who, with Turn Undead, they rolled a 0.
Oh, nice.
Needs
And a
to
minus
use its
1
action.
and rolled a 0.
Needs to use its action to dash.
So it will turn and dash 40 feet, so that's 80 feet, so it's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, that's about as far as it can go. In fact, we're going to say 15 for that, that's about as far as it can go, otherwise it's trying to move through its companion. Oh no, so it's difficult terrain. It can't really fit there, but that's about as far as it's going to be able to get. It's not right in there. No, that's very poor planning. We'll then take the booming blade damage
Okay, 2d8.
as it gets to there.
And I'll take an attack of opportunity.
Oh, so will I.
You... Okay, hang on. Booming blade first.
That's 15 points of damage.
What
Nice.
type of damage?
Thunder damage.
Thunder damage. As it moves through that shimmering energy, and it's just that... You know,
Does that look like it
attack of
took
opportunity from
significant-
Kirik first.
Does that look like thunder damage did a lot, or not, or just normal?
Nope, just normal damage.
Just normal damage. Okie dokie.
Yeah, sure. I don't know why I'm bothering, but yeah. That's not bad, actually. I don't have the thing on. I don't think you put the mace back on my inventory. Matt.
Bear with.
Sure. But
That
it's
was.
Plus 5, I think.
it's plus strength. It'll be plus strength plus proficiency, so that'll be.
There you go, refresh your page.
17 hits.
17 to hit will hit.
Cool. Let me just double check what the damage on that is.
1d6 plus
It's
1.
the first time I hit something with this mace. 6 points of bludgeoning.
6 points of bludgeoning, and as you strike it with the mace as it runs away, you actually shatter through one of the bones, as this does definitely more than 6 points of damage.
I look confused at Dargon.
Yeah.
Dargon, your attack of opportunity, please.
What action is it to swap weapons?
That's a bonus action. You will have to use whatever's in your hand.
That's fine. So instead, I do something unusual. Sorry, is guiding bolt a ranged attack, or can I don't have disadvantage with someone next to it? Or do I?
No? It's just a ranged attack.
Do you have the feet to use the spell? Is it?
Warcaster.
Attack of opportunity?
As a
Yeah.
Good point, actually. Good point. Sorry,
Yeah.
that was me assuming.
War magic. When you use
War
your action,
magic.
cast a
Sorry. Oh, I've got Warcaster.
No.
Warcaster, you can use your reaction to make an attack of opportunity. The spell has one action. Time of one action.
There you go.
Well, it's not. You can use your action to make an opportunity attack. You have indeed.
Sorry for a lawyer. It's just
Good check. Good
No,
check.
no, it's good. You keep me
Yeah.
honest.
Oh, fucking balls. 9.
Oh.
And as you cast Guiding Bolt, that golden glow just strikes, and as it's sort of dashing away,
It was a nice try.
it just smacks against the wall where it was. And as it takes that thunder damage, you can see it stop, and it begins to turn back around and face you, and that will be its turn, because bonus actions are not a thing. B is going to use half its movement speed to stand, and then it is then going to go... Oh. Come on. There we go. 5, 10, that is as far as it can go. So it is then going to use the rest of its action to dodge. That's all it can do. So just for a quick mark, that one is still turned. Back down to the top with Dargon.
Bonus action swap to Warhammer.
Okay. See.
Is it light in here?
And this flame tongue rapier is still lighting the whole place.
Fab. It's good.
You see shadows of a huge great ice spider now dancing on the walls.
Right, so 5, 10. Ooh, it's 2. Yeah, so I'll get straight down to FG, the one nearest me.
It's going to go
Straight
5,
down.
10, 15 down to there.
And I will...
Swing away, Meryl. Swing away.
Booming Blade's gone from it now, is it?
Yeah.
It's still there? It's gone.
No, it's gone.
Cool. But I can use it again. I can use it again, yeah. Cool. Oh, nice. 19 plus stuff, so I'll... yeah.
19 plus stuff will still hit, yeah.
So 1d8, so that's 6 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
Holding the Warhammer one-handed, because I've got my shield out, because these things hit hard.
1d8.
So
Plus
1d8
whatever.
plus 5, so that will be 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool. And as you smack with the warhammer, you splinter one of the shin bones. The creature sort of staggers slightly. This creature is now considered bloody.
Cool, hit it again.
Brittle?
15 to hit.
15 will hit, just.
It did. 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
This time you do manage to sort of go swing back and you splinter the other leg bone of this creature as it sways a bit more, sways a little bit more. And it's just this.
And for the rest of my movement, I shall move back 10 feet.
Okay, 5, 10. It's going to attack an attack of opportunity because we are in a new round. So that will be an 18 plus 9 to hit.
Yep.
I think that might do it.
Yep.
27.
Yep.
That will then be 20 points of slashing damage.
Okay, so
As this great axe just shing across the front of your body.
I already have 10 temporary hit points, so that will take it down to me taking 10 points. And 10 points of cold damage to the frost giant.
I'm aware of this.
And armor
And
regulars
as
off.
that cold damage reaches forward, you can just see the sort of the giant skeleton just sort of has no effect.
Yikes.
Cool. That. Oh,
Alright.
turn to Kirik and. Oh no, because that conversation's gone. Right.
Cool. And there is a giant or a large ice spider just in front of you, obscuring your view currently of the two frost giant skeletons.
I'm in a bit of a sticky wicket because I can't reach them unless I dash. So I can use my current action to dash away, I suppose. But then again, I've got my sword out, which is the only thing lighting the room. That's what I mean. If I use my bow and arrow, I've got to put my sword away, and then I'll go dark. So then I can't see anyway.
Stick it in the ground.
Then will that take my whole... I thought that, but would that take my whole action to put it in the ground? To then get my bow out? It's kind of like sheathing it to then switch your weapon, isn't it?
Is it only lighting up when it's in your hand, though?
No, it's lit until I say nair again or I sheath it.
The flame will last until you use a bonus action to speak the command word or until you drop or sheath the sword.
Oh, I don't
That
drop
will
it.
be if you place it in the ground.
Cool. Kind of stuck, aren't I? I will. Still got my sword out. What have I got? What can I do? What can I do? Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's relevant. This one as far away from me as it can get. Oh, this is it. I could just fucking lob a fireball over the top of the spider, see what happens. That's a bit of... I don't want to be a one-trick pony, and they are only a finite amount. I might save that until we get into real trouble.
We're gonna leave this cave with no fireballs.
Pretty much. There's no point losing that, because that's not quite damage. The only thing I can think of is Dissonant Whisper, but it can't turn and run away because it's already far enough away from me.
Still does damage, doesn't it?
It'll still do damage, yeah. So I will
Does it?
cast... Yeah, psychic damage. I will cast
Yeah, of
Dissonant,
course it does.
Dissonant Whispers, first level at
On
FG. Just FG. So that's the one I can kind of see. And a Wisdom 12
Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, 12.
Oh, nice.
So that is 8 psychic damage, and if it can, move as far away from me as it possibly can, but it's already that far away, so...
And in this sort of cavern, all you hear is this... And the frost giant. And you say the frost giant has to just move as far away from you as possible.
If it can, yeah.
It cannot move any further, so it just sort of backs up against the wall, holding its head slightly. Anything else on your turn, sir?
As a... No, I don't really want to move, but I will just shout, we need another source of light! Because I'm pretty hamstrung, just having
With
my
that-
sword out.
Kirik turn.
Actually, as I say that, I'll sheath my sword, knowing that Kira can see in the dark anyway.
Okay.
I can.
So I'll make
The
it
light
dark in the
instantly
room.
disappears. The Dargon has no vision, I do believe.
That's right.
Bothrid has dark vision, 60 feet. And also 10 feet of blind sight as a spider.
That kind of changes what I wanted to do.
Oh, sorry. That's right, I've got down
right.
useless now. I didn't think this through.
Seeing that, I will look at Ender, knowing that he can't see me, and I'll have the face of like, what the fuck, and I will use my action to cast light on my shield.
Okay, so the cavern now lights up again as you now see the disapproving look from Kirik your way, and
Should have left us in the dark.
No, and then there's nothing else I can do, really. Not useful anyway. Okay. Yeah, that's all I do. Nothing else I can do.
cool. Bothrid then is going to...
Sorry, I'll move 5 feet south. So,
Alright. Bothrid is going to... What is Bothrid going to do? He's going to use his bonus action again and use a spell slot to heal himself by 1d8 plus 1. Maximum.
nice.
9 points of health back, up to 64. Because again, there's that shimmer around the spider, and then you see the spider just lurch, sort of lean up, and its thorax, abdomen, whatever bit comes underneath, and just fires some web forward towards B.
Does
When
Bothrid
I
have
find
the HP of himself or the creature?
So currently, he will have the HP of the creature in creature form, but he's constantly healing himself at this point, so the creature can't go beyond that. So it's sort of Bothrid's base hit points beyond that, which are being healed at this point.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
That's awesome.
So yeah, Bothrid is going to, or Bothrid in spider form, his arse part comes around, fires web forward, which should be in range to hit. Yep, so that will be a +5 to hit. Oh, when it's poor, it's 10. Which just sort of Bothrid not being used to this form just totally fucks it. And that will be his go. Bothrid totally fucks it. So FG is then now turning, is going to look towards... Having sensed the whispers come from Ander as Ander sort of reached out his hand, he's going to look towards Ander, and Ander, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Balls. Well.
15.
You feel this sort of cold begin to seep into your body, and you almost, for a minute, it almost paralyzes you, and then you sort of shake it away. And you manage to shake off that particular attack. B is still turned, as far as I'm aware. That doesn't end yet.
Plus the
So
minute.
he is just going to take the dodge action. And with that, we are going to take a short break.
I've
So, slight retcon, as I realised I was not truly fair to the character of the Frost Giants there. FGA, having cast that ability on Ander, would have then attempted to step back towards Dargon and Kirik. 5, 10, and in doing so is going to take Booming Blade damage.
Cool. It's 12 points of thunder damage.
Oh, nice.
12 points of thunder damage as well. And you just see pieces of bone and some of the bones just shatter, part of the rib cage is gone. This creature is not looking good at all. Also point to note, as we just discussed, Dave, your bonus action to change weapon should not have gone ahead because you cast a Booming Blade and that as a bonus action.
Like I said, I would prefer to have done it the other way around.
So change weapon and
Change
just attack.
weapon, not second attack.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Plus,
for the sake of it,
I would have got sort of a it would have been easier to hit with the scimitar and stuff. So yeah, if we can go that way, we just take the whatever I hit him with. Didn't I miss?
okay. So what weapon do you have out currently?
Warhammer.
You did miss. You have the Warhammer out currently.
Fine. Well, that's
did
good that I
miss with
missed
the
then.
Warhammer,
So
that's fine.
There we go then. I've got the Warhammer out, and therefore I only did one attack with Booming Blade with the Warhammer, which is why he's just taken that damage. Yeah.
That's fine.
Cool.
So we are then back around to yourself as this Frost Giant's just stepped up. That
Sweet.
thunder clap has sounded again. Squaring up to you, great axe in hand.
So now I shall do exactly the same. So Booming Blade again. Oh shite. It doesn't hit, but just double checking. Yeah, 10 to hit. So yeah, miss.
No.
Alright, so that's used Booming
As you
Blade.
swing up with the Warhammer, it just catches again on the haft of the great axe. Just
Okay,
deflects it off.
but I still now can, because I've cast Booming Blade. Is that right? I can hit again?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
So hang on, bear with.
Yeah, that's
Booming
why
Blade.
that's why I never understand.
One action. As part of the action to use this, you must make a melee attack with a weapon against one creature. So you still have a bonus action left. You don't get your 2 attacks as part of that. Your 2 attacks are just straight attacks.
Because the spell didn't happen because I didn't hit them.
No. So when you just take the attack action
Yeah,
and just aim with your weapon, you get 2 attacks.
yeah,
When you cast a spell,
yeah. Which takes an action.
that takes an action, and as part of that spell action, you can make 1 melee attack to
Yeah,
try and hit with Booming Blade.
So what I'm saying is, because I've now used my action of a casting time to hit with Booming Blade, and I've missed, what now happens? Can I use...
You can then use War Magic
Yeah,
to make 1 weapon attack as a bonus action
fine. I'll do that.
because you have cast a cantrip.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Simple as that.
Character sheets, people.
I missed.
You miss. So, and this time, a little bit disconcerted that you missed with the first one. You just come back and totally miss. You must have just whiffed through one of the gaps in the bones, which are somehow still magically together, but not quite there. Mr. Hornraven, over to yourself.
I will, having
Shit, you said.
fucked up everyone's plans by putting the sword away, I will pull out my oath bow, draw an arrow, and I'll aim for the horned helmeted head of this creature.
Which one?
Hopefully, anyway.
A or B?
FG, the one that's near Dargon, and Kirik,
Okay.
the imminent
pull
threat
back.
as I see it.
Close your eyes, you think on the teachings of the dried spirits and release, and
11.
the arrow just flies off.
We're doing great.
And yeah,
bonus actions, movements.
There's nowhere to hide.
Healing word.
Yeah, the only bonus actions I've got are a healing word and cunning action.
Cunning action, yeah.
So I will stay put. And curse myself. Not in that way, not a curse, but as in swear words.
You take a moment to fire that arrow. Fuck!
Yeah.
And with that, we're then over to Kirik.
Okay. I would have put my mace away to cast light. So with my free hand, I will kind of focus with the necrotic energy, and I will launch my hand towards this frost giant's kneecap, and you see this crackling necrotic energy in my hand as I touch the knee of this frost giant, and I'm going to cast vampiric touch at 4th level.
Nice. You can see this almost energy. It looks like it's just sapping, pulling towards Kirik. Save?
That's an 18 to hit.
18 to hit. That will absolutely hit.
It's going to take 13 points of necrotic. As you kind of see energy from the frost giant go into my hand and back up my arm as I gain half of that in hit points.
You do indeed, and as you do so, and that energy sort of bubbles up into your body, you just see the frost giant's head just turns, collapses through the rest of the skeleton as the bones just...
Nice.
And that particular skeleton is no more.
Half of that, are we making 6 or 7 points?
It will be rounded up. I round up for everything because I'm a good DM like that,
Cool.
so that will be 7.
So I'm on 52 now. And then for my bonus action, there's really not much I can do. I will simply tell my companions, we're going to have to deal with the other one, so might as well do it now.
Cool.
And then I will...
Bothrid. Oh,
Yeah, I'll stay.
You'll
I'm
stay.
just going to say I'm going to move. I'm going to move 5 feet, kind of southwest.
Just front of dog on there.
So yeah. So I'm in range
is
for
going
stuff.
to... Now turn undead only lasts till damage, doesn't it?
1 minute until damage. Yeah.
Until damage. So Bothrid is not understanding this spell, and he is still going
I
to
probably should have said.
That's what I
try
say.
and... in fact, at this point, he's just going to go 5, 10, step up. He's going to try and bite at this creature now. Oh, fuck me, Bothrid. Gets an 8, misses.
I'm also concentrating on vampiric touch, by the way, just for reference, because I can repeat that now.
Sorry, the only bit of
Even though the
damage I've
creature's dead.
taken.
It's just a spell that I have now, so I can spend my action to do the touch.
I was concentrating on detect magic. I believe I've only taken 10 damage. I just rolled a 16, so I think I'm fine.
Yeah. Cool. With then...
Nope.
Matthew wants to talk.
Talk, Matt.
Do I?
It's fine.
Don't remember clicking that. B is then can do fuck all for now, except dodge. So it's going to take dodge action. In fact, I should roll that disadvantage, although it makes a difference. But yeah, still misses. So Back round to the top with Goron.
Not knowing either, but hitting it turns it back. And you also said deal with it now. I shall run up. So I'm next to it.
15, put you next to it.
Is it a... Would it be a... Oh dear. Would it be a bonus action to put my shield away so that I can do two-handed?
Yep.
No, I don't do it. Sorry. I'll leave it out. And Booming Blade again.
Okay.
Okay, 16... No.
16 will hit.
No, sorry. No, I think of the wrong weapon. That's 14 to hit.
14 is the magic number.
Oh, my good lord.
Is it disadvantage because dodge? Or...
Hey, is it disadvantage? Sorry, well done.
Oh, well done.
Thanks.
Sorry.
No, thank you.
The DM in me.
I do appreciate that one.
That'll be 13 to hit.
13, so you miss as the frost giant just sort of does actually dodge.
Okay, so second attack without Booming Blade, obviously now.
Yep. So this is your bonus action.
Yep. So that will be a 17 to hit with disadvantage. Yeah, I rolled a 9 and a 19.
Nice.
That time it will hit.
Right, that is 1d. So that is 9 points of damage.
9 points of
Bludgeoning damage.
okay, and as you hit this time, splinter one of the bones, dealing much more damage than you expected.
And I shall stay in melee range. Am I within 5 feet of... it will be alright. I'm just going to stay there anyway.
Cool. Ander.
I will move a little bit to the left so I have better sight of the creature. 2
You
squares.
can see, you could shoot
Oh, I
off
can.
at this point anyway, so it's
Oh,
up to
then.
you, but I will let you. Do you want to move down to there?
No, I'll stay where I was, and if I can see it, I was only moving to the left so I
Stay
can
where
see
you
it. If I can't, yeah. I'll aim for its head again with my bow, hopefully. I don't want to waste my
Still be at disadvantage.
swift, because
Still will just be at disadvantage, bear with me.
I don't want to use my swift death to my enemy thing, because I won't be able to use it again until the sun comes up, and I have no concept of what time of day it is down here.
Yeah, you'll be alright.
Any attack roll made against you has disadvantage if you can see the attacker. So this will be a disadvantage.
Oh, because of the dodgy dodge.
Because of dodgy dodge.
Because of the dodgy dodge. I've got nowhere to hide though, have I?
Nope.
Really? I can't go invisible.
However,
things over them.
it is currently engaged.
You could admit it.
Ah, well, that's it. When's the wedding? Okay, so I can do a sneak attack. Sneak. But with disadvantage, so let's hope for the best then, shall we? Even with disadvantage, 15.
Nice. As this arrow this time, you feel that guiding hand of the Dryad Spirit on your shoulder again. Just that. Bowshot flies, strikes true, dead centre, so just beneath the horned helmet, just bonk straight into the bridge of the nose.
7 piercing damage.
7 piercing damage.
And 18 sneak attack damage.
18 as that arrow just drives in, and as it drives in, you can see the creature sort of sway, and the lights that sort of glow in the eyes where it's been reanimated dim slightly for a second, but then glow once again. This creature is definitely bloody.
As a cunning action, can I try and hide into the eastern entrance hallway thing?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 will put you there. And I will say, make me a stealth check.
Come on, dice. 23.
You are hidden.
Nice.
I'm invisible.
Are you invisible or are you hidden?
No, I'm hidden. Oh, it's like I'm invisible.
Kirik, over to you, sir.
I am going to move to the south of Dargon.
Dum, dum, dum.
Same deal. I'm going to reach out to this guy's kneecap.
What's left of it?
Yeah, one of them was an 18, the other one was a 10, which means it's an 18. It's plus 8.
That'll still hit. Again, you see that sapping energy. Kirik's hand connects.
14 points of necrotic this time around.
14 points of necrotic damage. Something to do with COVID there, Dave.
Yeah.
Mm.
COVID joke. You've got to make them at the moment.
Is this necrotic energy just...
Yeah, it travels out my arm as I gain 7 points.
7 points.
Nice.
Nice. Anything else, sir?
Two-hand my shield and let's see what happens.
Bothrid is going to step up once again and is going to try and bite this creature again. Oh dear, Bothrid, go home. Go home. There's an 11.
Turned into a spider and has done fuck all.
Literally has done fuck all except heal himself. And with that bonus action again, he's going to use a spell slots. 1d8 plus 1. Seven points of health back.
Nice.
Puts Bothrid in normal form up to 71 points of health. Currently in ice spider form with 26 points of health. D&D Beyond needs to keep wild shape stats like on screen when you're doing this shit. So yeah, 26
sure
points
it's in
of
the
health.
works.
And we are then over to FGB, who now no longer will turn and is going to look immediately at Kirik, having touched him and sapped a lot of strength. And I need I need Kirik to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh. That is 22.
Yeah, you too feel this sort of coldness begin to sap at you, and you almost feel your body freeze up, but you too just break out of it. And then there is just this... And the creature, looking around with nowhere to go, will stand firm. Dargon.
Alright, try it again. Booming blood, come on. There we go. 16 plus 8, 24.
That'll hit.
Thank you. 5 points of thunder damage. 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
As you hit this creature with your warhammer, how would you like to do this?
Yes.
Sort of with the booming blade sort of thing, as it hits, he sort of shatters out, just up against the wall.
And absolutely, you, not really expecting it, strike into one of the central bones at the lower end of the rib cage, and the bones just almost like glass shatter everywhere, sending bone dust and bone shards all over the place, and that helmed, or that horned helmet, just lands down in front of you. As we are then out of combat.
Nice.
I thought we were going to be a bit worse off than that.
Wasn't too bad.
Well, you did save on its biggest attack twice.
Yeah.
We'll discuss that later.
I will take up my lantern, light it, take out the unshield it, whatever. I know that you've already got your light on your shield, but just to give it a bit more room so we can walk around. Is everyone alright?
Not too bad.
Coming out of the doorway, I look a little bit ropey, to be fair, and I'm sort of hobbling a little bit.
Looking a little worse for wear there, and
Could you do with a breather?
I could do with the rest, to say the least, yes.
should
There
we
doesn't seem to be anywhere safe to do that at the moment.
should we rest for a short time?
I mean, there's a barrier of wind on the north. I think anything that tries to come through there will hear. Remains to be seen how long that barrier remains, but
Yeah. Well,
can I take some time just looking down both corridors to see if I see anything?
Absolutely. As you look down the corridor to the east, you see about 15 feet down, wooden door. As you then make your way to the southwest and look down that sort of mine tunnel, it seems to just wind beyond and simply just looks like this stone mined out tunnel leading towards the southwest and potentially bending around to the south. You lose sight of where it goes.
Okay.
should we rest here for a bit?
Yeah, I think we should gather ourselves here.
Do we just keep quiet
We can
and see if we can hear stuff coming?
Yes.
Indeed.
Cool.
Short rest?
Short rest.
Short rest.
Oh, short rest. And with that,
Got
you
5 hit
see
die left, so that's
Bothrid
pretty
just down, back into Bothrid form.
Okay, D10.
Bothrid sort of walks over. By the form be good for cold.
Not good for my nerves.
Should be
Matt,
more scared of giant skeletons, not spiders.
True. I'm on 52 now, Dave.
Bothrid gets both of his wild shapes back.
Nice. That's pretty good.
So just bear with me, I'll just do this one. So you are on under
52.
52. Cool. I'm on 96.
72 for me.
Oh, nice. You're back to strength. And the main man, Bothrid. Doing
He is
anything?
going to stick on 71.
Cool.
In fact, no, he's got quite a few, so bear with. He'll use 2 barbarian hit die. 15 plus 6, that'll be 21, which will
Record
take
full
full
strength.
health.
Matt, how long has it been since our last long rest?
I'm trying to think when we did last take a long rest. It was
Back at the castle.
outside of the woods, wasn't it?
Oh no, yes, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, of the woods.
Yeah.
So it's probably been about 4 hours at this point, because you didn't take too long to get up to the main camp. It has certainly not been a full day. However, you have had a significant
short
amount of
rests.
combat since then.
Yeah. Yeah, so 8 is still up. That's all I wanted to check.
Yeah.
8 lasts for 8 hours, so...
So yeah, that's the
making
plus
sure.
10 hit points, isn't it?
Yeah. So just making sure that we're all good.
Mm-hmm. Cool. We may as well kill them at me. Exactly what I was going to say.
Cool.
So we've all gathered ourselves and gathered our thoughts, tended to our wounds.
Yeah.
Not really speaking much at this one. Just trying to listen out, see if we can hear anyone coming.
Some food. Yeah, can I... Well, after the rest, I suppose. Could I move up to the... Can I make my way to the door, being careful of any pressure plates or the like?
Yes, I will say at this point as well, as the hour passes, that wall of wind dissipates.
Cool. Looking back up there, do I see the orb is back or not?
You see just a pedestal.
Okay.
Didn't have to jump through
So-
that then, I could have just waited.
Could have had a short rest.
Sorry about that.
So, Kirik, as you step up to the door, this wooden door is unlike the ones you've seen so far. It's not just simple brown wood, but is actually a bluish white wood that has patterns of frost and ice upon it.
Can I hear anything coming from the other side?
Make me a perception check, please.
1. That's not bad. 18.
So you do hear some muffled voices, just like... And you also hear a couple of sort of muffled...
Can I eyes of the Graven?
You can. And you see nothing. You get no sense of undead beyond.
I make my way back to my companions,
Okay.
and I will say, well, there's definitely some voices coming from the eastern door. I don't know how everyone is doing, but
Alright.
I don't doubt that if we head there, I suppose we could try and talk our way. I'd probably prefer it. We could learn some information, perhaps. But I am sure we'll find the resistance. If our stay in here has teacher taught us anything.
What's our ruse going in? We're
Given-
door salesman.
Well, given that we've tried deception twice and they've saw through it twice, do you really think it'll work a third time?
Third time's the charm, Andy, you know that.
present ourselves as cave inspectors of some kind.
Yes, we've got word of asbestos and we're doing a thorough sweep.
Come to check the electrics down here, guys. It's getting a bit cold. I think your boiler needs checking.
We're checking for damp.
Knock on the door. I meant to tell you oh, you've already got one.
I thought you actually meant you knocked on the door then. It's like, whoa!
So did I for a second then.
Yeah.
Got a minute to talk about. Moradin.
I have to admit though, if they haven't heard us fighting 2 frost giants, they must be frigging deaf.
Or they're very distracted.
Or they've only just arrived.
So, should we go through the other tunnel? Although, has Kirik told us about the fancy door?
Oh yeah, I would have said. Yeah.
So given we're looking for something buried, and given it gets cold as we go down, and this door is unlike any other, this could be our final destination. I mean, I'm unsure of any floors below this because
they're also
2 levels.
They're also digging for something. So it could be that eventually one of these dig paths will actually be the way we need to go to find out whatever they're digging. However,
yes,
we are aware of where some people are, and if we go the other way and these guys are just, I don't know, in some bed chambers or something, they could creep up behind us. They wouldn't surprise us, but they would still be able to flank us. And if it is that we go in there and there's, I don't know how many people, but it's also a one-way, as in there's nothing else there, then we would be able to barricade ourselves in for a long rest.
Matt, did I get a sense with my 18 of how many distinct voices? Bit of a...
So there was at least 2 distinct voices, and then there was one strange sort of muffled growl.
Okay. So we're definitely looking at least 3 individuals in there. What I don't understand is what this place is. And I'd really like to gather some knowledge about that.
I assume that detect thoughts, as it says when you cast the spell on any creature that you can see within 30 feet. I can't cast the spell and hear the thoughts of someone through a room that I've not seen before.
Can you see people through doors?
Go look through the peephole. What's your idea, guys? I'm in favour of actually kicking this door in and seeing who's there.
How about open the door, chuck a fireball in, shut the door, fire in the hole.
I'd quite like to try and get someone alive so we can interrogate. I mean, we interrogated someone before, but if we could get someone at a slightly higher ranked, maybe.
Mail call.
I'd have got away with that last week.
I was already thinking about how I would be able to open the door as an action and run away as my movement.
Can you actually? Is there a keyhole to see through?
Oh God, no! He's gonna fucking try it.
No, I'm not. I just want to see if I can see through the.
Did I see keyhole?
Maybe an investigation check.
Who lives in a
Check
house
for
like
traps,
this?
and
I'm only going to look for the keyhole. I'm not going to touch anything. I promise.
I'm
Well,
standing.
see,
Like,
investigation.
I'm standing in the other room at this point. I'm nowhere near.
Yeah.
Investigation check, yeah.
6. Don't know how you
See
can't
no
see a
keyhole.
keyhole.
Because there is no keyhole on the door.
Are we going in?
Are we going in with
I think-
deception or violence?
I still have the robes from the guy that we killed above ground. Should I put them on and knock on the door?
That is not a bad shout.
I've just remembered I still have them. Can you tell?
Let's give it a go.
Okay, I will put them on. I would obviously take my bow off and my quiver because that's a bit obvious. I will keep. I think I could hide a sword under the robes, so I'll keep them. And obviously, I've got my necklace underneath if I need it. But I'll put the robes on and the mask, and
Okay.
knock on the door.
Takes you about 15 minutes. What's everybody else doing at this time?
Hoping for the best.
Betting with Kirik how badly this is going to go.
Oh
You're standing in the corridor.
Hang
Get
on.
back, get out of sight.
I will be looking down the carved corridor.
Okay, so Dargon makes his way towards the southwestern exit. And all you can see as you peek round the corner is just this stone tunnel which makes its way off. Bothrid is just going to sort of slink back into the big chamber, the blasted out chamber if you like, and is just going to sit round the corner and stay as silent as possible. Kirik, yourself?
Okay, if Anders going in, I'm going to kind of hold on, after he's put on the robes, I'm going to hold on to the hand where he has the platinum ring, and I'm going to say, just in case, I'm going to cast Warding Bond with my last second level spell slot. Running on fumes here, guys, running on fumes.
Chicken wheel.
So that
And then what are you
is as a
doing?
reminder. As a reminder, you have
Carry
a
on.
+1 to your AC and saving throws and resistance to all damage. Can't hear you, Dave.
I want to be doing so while he's getting changed. I'm looking down the corridor, but then obviously I'm then in the hallway or at the end of the hallway, waiting for Anders to knock and go in. But I'm in the blown up chamber, but just closer to Ander when he's ready.
Are you
So is
still
it
in view of the door?
+1 to AC and saving throws, or all throws?
No, I want to keep out of the view of the door. But I want to be closer. That's
Right, I'm going to need you to make me a stealth check, please.
Noogie doogie. Quite as a
Danny, it's AC and saving throws.
12.
Yes.
Okay. And Kirik, are you staying in the corridor with Ander?
Oh boy, I need to stay within a certain distance of him as well. Oh, balls. I have to stay within 60 feet of him, so...
I will say, so within 60 feet, this corridor is only 15 feet long from that blasted out chamber.
Okay. I will tell Ander, once you get in, make sure you stay within 45 feet of the door, as I'll be just on the other side.
Ander, what's our code word for shit's hit the fan?
I will make a bird call. No.
Caca, dookie, dookie.
I think we've established that caca and ducky do not work.
No, I will. You'll. When I do that? No, I won't do that. Yeah, you'll know.
Could it be your command word for your rapier? you could just shout it out, then we'll know. Because we've heard that word before, and we know what it is, even if I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, I like that idea. But that's not what I'm going to do.
Hurry this up. It is cold in here.
Yeah, sorry, Buffett. I've just devised a plan for Ender to completely ignore, so it's fine.
I will make a loud noise that lets you know I am in trouble.
Otherwise, this is the biggest decision.
It's going to be a Wilhelm scream.
As a fireball goes off and he flies out the corridor, smoking.
I'll let you in. I was just going to use
Nothing to see here.
Oh, nice.
Cool. So, as the rest of you slink around the corners and sort of moved into hidden positions, Ander steps up and
I've got to use the
and you
voice
hear
of
this
that bloke.
sort of muffled. And as you now look at the door, as there is this there is this flash of blue energy as the ice sort of flares out, and then you hear this. And as the door opens, what can only be described as half man, half bear now stands in the doorway. What?
I just got to remember the voice now. I bring news from the master. I've picked the wrong one. I've got to stick with it every time I pretend to be him now. That's the problem.
Make me a deception check.
Oh no, that's terrible. 10.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Master does not give lackeys words. Why are you not upstairs?
It is an urgent emergency. Follow me. And I'll beckon for him to leave the room, hopefully into an ambush.
As you turn, a hand grips you on the shoulder. And we are going to leave it there for tonight.
Bastard.
Oh my god.
So we will begin our first official live stream with Ander in potential peril. I thank you all for watching and following us along thus far. Please do join us on Twitch next Monday at 8 o'clock UK time, 8:30 UK time, sorry, as we begin our first official live stream. Hopefully it'll be a bit of fun. Please do get involved. If you can't join us on Twitch, please do follow us on Instagram and Twitter, not LinkedIn, Instagram and Twitter. Again, a huge shout out to D&D Beyond, Incarnate, Tabletop Audio, Hero Forge, all of the tools we use, 5e Magic Shop. There's also a new tool or a new collection of tools, again by another Patreon person, whatever you want to call them, called Kasoon, who do a lot of generators and just helpful tools for DMs. And a massive shout out, as it's just flashed up on the bottom there, to Battle Bards. Please do use that discount code Malt and Magic to get your discounts. Make your games that little bit more immersive. Bring in the sound effects. You've heard some from tonight. They are amazing. And once again, a massive thank you to my players for being awesome. It would not be the same without the three of them. I thoroughly enjoy my Monday evenings. So with that, we will close for this evening. Good night and see you next week.